In this video number 27, we are going to learn to find the arithmetic mean for a discrete series. In the previous video, we learnt about the individual series, and here we are going to discuss arithmetic mean for discrete series. Here also we will have to calculate the mean by three different methods. We are going to learn three different methods here: the direct method, the assumed mean method, and the step deviation method. Though it is a discrete series, the basic concept remains the same. Okay, keeping this in mind, we are now going to look into how to find out mean using direct method for a discrete series. The formula given to us is mean x bar is equal to sigma fx divided by sigma f. Basically, the formula is the same as for a normal average or arithmetic mean. Let us try to understand how. Here we have an example. From the data of marks of 60 students, calculate average mark. In the individual series, we were given individual marks. Suppose there are 10 students. We write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and their respective marks. Total the marks and find out the mean. Here we are given 60 students. Already we are given how many students are there? 60. Now here are the marks: 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. How many students have scored 20 marks? 8 students. So that means 20 has occurred 8 times and 30 has occurred 12 times. That is why we are calling it frequency. What is frequency? The number of times an observation occurs. Now 40 has occurred 20 times, 50 has occurred 10 times, 60 has occurred 6 times, and 70 has occurred 4 times. Now here we are consolidating it. Instead of calculating 20, 20, 20, 20 8 times and then 30, 30, 12 times, we are consolidating it and we are writing it as frequency. So don't you think basically it is the same thing as for the individual series? Yes. So let's now find out what is required next to calculate the arithmetic mean, which is fx. So let's write down fx over here. Fx means the product of the frequency and the mark. So this is what we were discussing just now. Instead of calculating 28 times, we will write like this and say 20 into 8 is equal to 160. Then 30 into 12 is equal to 360. 40 into 20 is equal to 800. And then 50 into 10, 500. 60 into 6, 360. And 70 into 4, 280. Now what is required? Sigma f. Sigma f is the total number of times the marks have occurred or the number of students, which we are already given 60. Even if you add all this, we will get 60. Now we need to find what is sigma fx. So that is sum of this product of frequency and marks. So now let's total them to get 0, 8, 14, 20, 26, 2, 4, 7, 12, 20 and 24. So you get 2460. Now apply the formula to get the mean. What is the formula? X bar is equal to sigma fx divided by sigma f, which is equal to, this sigma f was n in the individual series. So here sigma f is 2460 divided by sigma f is 60. So you get, when you divide it by 60, you get 41. So 41 is the mean mark when we calculate it using the direct method. Now let's calculate the mean using the next method, assumed mean method, with the same data. Now for the same given data, we will calculate the mean using the assumed mean method. Here what we are doing, we will calculate the deviation. The deviation would further simplify our calculation. So first step, we are going to assume a mean and call it A. So let us assume a mean. Let's take the central value, which is 40, and call it A. Now we need to calculate the deviation D, which is equal to x minus A. Okay, so let's calculate D, which is equal to x minus A. We know these marks are called x, and let's now calculate x minus A. What is x here? 20. 20 minus 40 gives us minus 20. Similarly, 30 minus 40 gives us minus 10. 40 minus 40 gives 0. And 50 minus 40 gives us a positive number, 10. 60 minus 40 gives us a plus 20. And 70 minus 40 gives us a plus 30. Now what we have to do? We have simplified this. Now we are going to calculate FD. In the previous direct method, we calculated Fx. But here we are going to calculate FD. Okay. So what is FD? Instead of multiplying here, we are going to multiply here. So that would further simplify our addition. So 8 into minus 20 gives us minus 160. 12 into minus 10 gives minus 120. This becomes 0. 10 into 10 gives us plus 100. And 6 into 20 gives us plus 120. And 4 into 30 gives us plus 120. Now the requirement is calculate FD and find sigma FD. So now we have to calculate sigma FD. What is sigma FD? See, from here we already know this minus 120 plus 120 goes, and we are left with 100, and this 120 makes us gives us 220 minus 160 minus 160. So this becomes very simple, isn't it? So that would be equal to just 60. So sigma FD will be equal to 60. That's all. So hasn't it simplified our work? Yes. So now get the total F to get sigma F or N. Sigma F we already know, it is equal to 60. Alright. So now we will calculate x bar, which is the mean. X bar is equal to, let us apply the formula, A plus sigma FD divided by sigma F. So here assumed mean is 40. So let's write down 40 plus sigma FD we found out to be 60. Sigma F is also 60. So this becomes 40 plus 1, and hence the average mark is 41. In the previous direct method also we got the same answer, 41. Here also we are getting 41. But here, though we calculate deviation, the final calculation becomes very easy. Now we look into the third method, that is the step deviation method. Why is it called step deviation method? Because the first three steps that we calculated for the assumed mean would remain the same, but we will go one more step ahead after calculating the deviation. So let's see what are the methods. We are going to consider the same example or the same data. So here we will first assume a mean A, which we already had assumed, that is equal to 40. Now calculate D, which is x minus A, that also we calculated in the previous example. So I have taken the same thing down. Now calculate or find common factor C from D. Now this is D. What is the common factor? 20, 10, 10, 20, 30. So the common factor C is equal to 10, let us say. Okay, because they are all multiples of 10, irrespective of the sign. Then we will calculate the step deviation D dash. What is D dash? It is equal to D by C. This deviation, we are going another step ahead and dividing it by 10. So this would further simplify our numbers. So now D dash will be equal to D divided by the common factor. So let's try to calculate. Minus 20 by 10. Minus 20 divided by 10 gives us minus 2. Minus 10 by 10 gives us minus 1. And here it is 0. 10 by 10 is 1, which is a positive number. 20 by 10 is 2. 30 by 10 is 3. Now what is the next step? We will find out sigma f d dash. Okay. So for that we need to find out fd dash. So we will find out fd dash. What is f here? Here frequency into d dash. So we are going to consider these two rows, columns. So 8 into minus 2 would give us minus 16. 12 into minus 1 will give you minus 12. Here this becomes 0. 10 into 1 becomes 10. 6 into 2 is 12. And 4 into 3 is again 12. So see, we have to find out now sigma ft dash. So here 12 and 12 goes. Then we are left with 22 over here. 22 and minus 16. So 22 minus 16 is 6. So fd dash becomes 6. So just see how simple the numbers have become after the step deviation. So now let's apply the formula x bar, that is the mean, equal to a plus sigma fd dash divided by sigma f into c. So this will be equal to, what was the assumed mean? 40 plus sigma fd dash is 6 divided by sigma f is 60 into common factor is 10. So now simplify it. 6 by 60 is 10. 10 goes. You are left with 40 plus this becomes 1. So this will be equal to 41. Why? 6 by 60 is 10. This 10 ones are 10. So you are left with 1 over here. It is not 0. Many children calculate this to be 0 because they are not left with anyone. Do not forget your basics in mathematics. This is equal to 1. Otherwise you can see it like this. 6 into 10 is 60. 60 by 60. This is equal to 1. Isn't it? So this you have to keep in mind. So 40 plus 1 is 41 marks. So did you see that though we followed 3 different methods to calculate the average mark or mean, the answer is the same. Okay. When we do the assumed mean method, it simplifies the first method of direct calculation. Then step deviation method further reduces the values and makes our calculation very, very easy. So those were the 3 methods for discrete series.